Good morning. Is Tuesday, February 13th, and I should be finishing up the saya today. So I got the front all textured. I got the year on the back. Everything fits in perfectly. So what I should be doing today is getting the snap on. Both sides, right? Part of the snap will go on the strap, part of it will go on the front, and it'll be way over here so I don't have to do a liner on it. It'll basically be over this area, and then get the whole thing marked for stitches, get it all drilled up, ready to go, and hopefully get it, oh, and I forgot dyeing, got to dye it, because I do tons of leather work. And so I should, be able to get it done today depending on how the day goes. Sorry, my words are already kind of funky today. But yeah, I'll be focused on that. Of course, there's some admin and stuff to do, so I'll see what else I can get done. I do have the sheaths one sheath in progress for the EDCs. I got finished on Friday. So one of those sheaths I'll be able to just finish up, and I'll start the other two. I might do a leather sheath for one of them, just depending on how I'm feeling. But we'll see about that. But I'll at least get the kydex ones worked on as well today, especially while things on the leather sheath are drying, because you can't work on it during those stages. So really, that's my day. Here's Daniel with what he's got going on.
Well, there goes my words now, right?
It's contagious.
Hey everyone, hope you all had a great weekend. Just to kind of catch up with what's going on in my world, I have got my batch 52100 cut out. I will be hopefully profiling, shaping these knives today, getting as much of it done so I can kind of get a heat treat done fairly soon. I think Russell will be leaving towards the end of the month just to take some little vacay, and I just want to get this done so that way when he's gone, I have stuff to work on. So, that will be the majority of my focus, as well as whatever else comes in. It is Tuesday, so we do have a good amount of sharpening, especially for industry. So that will be one of the other things will probably take a good majority of our time. But now, we're going to go in our favorite spot with our favorite guy. Russell, what's up, bud?
It's good.
What are we talking about today?
Today we're talking about some of the variations of the new cutting boards that we got from Brandon with Trinity Craftsman last week. So Brandon's been working with us for, I guess it's been 4 or 5 years now, and we've standardized our sizes and shapes. So we offer two sizes. This is what we call the large. It's approximately 13 by 17. We do them with Texas, with a groove, or without. And so just little slightly variations. And then we have what we call the small. So this small size are great for, just like you're making a sandwich or you're just chopping a few things. I cannot remember the dimensions of this one at all right now, so I apologize. But you'll see we use mainly two woods. We use the maple, which is the paler. Maple is the best wood for edge retention, so not damaging your knives. And walnut is in the top 5 as well for edge retention. And the combination of them is just absolutely stellar. I love the look of them. They're very classic, very classy looking. And Brandon does a great job with the construction of these, getting things perfectly fat. So you have like very little, if not no, gaps between the wood when he laminates them together. Absolutely stellar job, which is why we bring them in. So we'll be more on this as we continue to standardize stuff around here and just get everything narrowed in.
Right on. All right, y'all, we'll wrap it up here. Get you going for the week. See you on the next one. Peace.
Good morning. Is Wednesday, February 14th. Happy Valentine's Day, everybody. So I didn't quite get the saya finished. I will be able to get it finished today, so I need to clean up the edges, make sure my groove is still in the middle of the welt, and then I will basically puncture. You press in where the stitches go, and then I'll be able to hand stitch it. The last thing I'll do is edge coat and put the snap on the other side. So that's already in there, and presto bango, I'll be all done-o. Super exciting because I like getting knives finished, basically. And then I will be getting this knife finished up. I did some work on the sheath yesterday. There's not a ton of work to do on kydex sheaths, which is why I love them so much. And so I set this one up. It's got a pocket clip on it or a belt clip on it, and or you can use it also as a neck knife. So I kind of did a dual system with that one. And with the drop point, I just did that kind of scout carry, FBI Cantish system. This one is all hand sanded and polished, so I will get an edge on that one, get it in stock when I do the same thing with that guy. So maybe I'll do all three of them at the same time. You never know. We'll see how the day goes. That's really my day. Here's Daniel with what he's got going on.
What's up, knife lovers? Just to get you caught up with what's going on in my world, I've got the majority of my knives down to shape. As you see here, I'm getting some more of them down to like just the kind of the final shapes before I go to drilling. One method I like to use that Russell taught me a while back is to take one knife, get it shaped down, and then what you end up doing is, in order to get very good similarities, you take 1 to 2, bring that down, and then when that's down you take 2 to 3, and then when that's down you take 3 to 4, and then you should be fine. So I'm going through that with a couple of other knives that have the similar style or the same style, and then getting those to drilling. Hopefully I can get them marked up, if not over into grind lines. We'll see. I also know that one of the customs is going to be heavily modified, everything from jimping to serrated back edge, double edge. So a few things I'm going to have to really kind of precisely mark on that knife in order to get that in the right steps. But we are now going to go in our favorite spot with our favorite guy, Russell. What's up, bud?
It's good.
What are we talking about today?
Today we are talking about one of the few knives we have in consignment. This is a Masamoto. It's a sushi knife. So this is Yanagiba. You'll notice it's a chisel grind here. It's hollow ground in the back, and then you can see the flat bits. So this is Paolo's knife of Neo. Basically, he's upgraded, making all of his Yanagibas match going forward. So this is a white #1, so made by Hitachi in Japan. The steel is beautiful on this. It takes an amazing edge and it sharpens up beautifully. It does come with the saya. The handle is water buffalo horn and magnolia wood. And it is 260 millimeters long. So if you're looking for a high-end sushi knife, this one might be your sushi knife.
Right on. All right, y'all, we'll wrap it up here. To see you on the next one, like always. Peace.
Good morning. It's Thursday, February 15th, and I got the custom Magna Cut super pointy kitchen knife all done, and the sheath. So it's got the year in the back, this kind of fish scale pattern, and then for retention you put that baby in there, and beautiful. Super stoked by that. So that project is done off the plate. I will be grabbing a couple more everyday carries. These two are in Magna Cut. Get them up to polishing, get some handles on them in the next couple days. But because I have been doing some leather work, I am going to continue with a project. I was showing Elizabeth how to do leather work, so if I can involve her some more, cool. If not, I'm gonna go ahead and finish that one up. And while I'm doing that one, I need a leather sheath for this one, and so I'm gonna go ahead and do that sheath. Like we've said a couple times, we're working on standardizing our hunting shapes and our kitchen knives for stock specifically. And so these are things that, like, I'm not saying that they're the last of some of the I just forgot the word, goodness. Not the last standardized knives we won't be doing. We'll always do a couple little one-offs for stock just to test new shapes and that kind of thing. So I'll be making these sheaths. This is the knife that I used to call my standard hunter. That may change form. I still like it, you know, classic drop point. But that it may change form a little bit, and we do need to work on standardizing a skinner as well, because we get that question a lot. So that's my day and some future days, but we'll see what Daniel's got going on as well.
Hey y'all, just in case you caught up with what's going on in my world, I am bridge holding. I've already got pins holes on most of these. Other than this one here, this one's going to require a little bit more. It is a custom work on the backside. We're going to be doing some jipping along with some serrations on certain areas. So I've got to really plan out a lot of the handle, what I'm going to be doing to it before I just go ahead and get to drilling. These are just going to be pretty standard, you know, simple slabs that I like to do on a lot of the designs that I like to do the most of. And so I've got a couple of Giottos, Euros. I've also got a custom set of, where are they? Bam. Paring knives. This is for a customer. And then some steak knives, because we had our steak knives sell over the holidays. And then a cleaver and a couple of camp cleavers or camp knives. But those are going to be the main focus, getting more of the bridge holes done for that, if not in the grinding, cutting in the bevels and getting those basically closer to heat treat. I know Yake is working on some things too to try and get that into the heat treat high carbon wise. That way we have just a big batch to be heat treated. So that will be the majority of my day, as well as whatever else comes in per usual. But now we are going to go in our favorite spot with our favorite guy. What's up, bud?
It's good.
What are we talking about today?
Today we're talking about two of the EDCs, or everyday carry knives, I finished yesterday. So we have my favorite version of the neck knife. So this is the same size as the MM1, which is the neck knife Daniel makes. I'm calling this one the MM2, and it has the Alex handle on it. Just gives you that little bit more purchase, both in here and if you're using the finger choil. I'll probably do a version where this handle's just a tad shorter, but I do like the full sizeness of this, but it is a tiny bit big. And then this is a new drop point hunter that I decided to do. I have a custom that's very similar to this, but the blade shape's completely different. But you know, from here back, it's about the same. And so I was like, hey, I kind of like that. You know, always looking for a good drop point hunter. And that has a beautiful just redwood burl on it, and I did the leather textured kydex with the leather over so you can put the belt through. And then I did set this one up with a pocket or belt clip, and or you can also use it as a neck knife, so we can put paracord through here. This comes off, and then you can use it as a neck knife. Right on. So a little combo sheath there.
Yeah, a little versatility. Right on. Dig that. All right, we're gonna wrap it up here, y'all. See you on the next one, per usual. Peace.
Good morning, it's Friday, February 16th, and I got some handles on yesterday. So my cool little harpoon point, drop point, whatever you're calling it, and then the Magna Cut neck knife. Sorry, Yake's playing with a machete in the showroom and distracting me, jeez. So I got both those handles on, so today I will be... Oh, see now, keep going, keep going. If you can't play at work, where can you play, right? So I'll be working on getting these down to shape. I also got some leather work done, so I'm doing a nice basket weave on this leather sheath and the belt loop. It has been so long since I've done a basket weave, I had to watch a video on it because I couldn't remember how to do it. But I practiced a little bit and got it. I have a test going for this leather to see if I can tool it and if it will hold that impression. So I may tool this one, I may not, just depending on how that test goes. I want to tool it though, because it'll be really cool if I can. Otherwise, I'll be working on these two knives and those two sheaths, and we'll see what else I can get done today. Outside of that, that's my day. Here's Daniel with what he's got going on.
What's up, y'all? Just to get you caught up with what's going on in my world, I have got bridge holes taken care of. So, as you see here, I'm pretty much done with the drilling. I'm drilled up on my whole batch. I've got Dicom now on my edges, so that way I can go ahead, scrap my midpoints, and then grind into them. The idea today will be to try and get as many of the corners cut, and just basically initially starting my bevels into the knives. One of them will be a double edge, so I will have to grind the back side first and then the front side, so that way the front has the primary grind. I've got it also all jimped up in the areas the customer asked for. So little thick guy, kind of cool, fits really snug in the hand. It's not going to move with that jimping. So we'll go ahead and try to get as many of that done on those knives, so that way I can then put in a little bit of the bevels. If not on the thinner ones, I'll go like a little bit right before midway. And then on the thicker ones, I could probably go midway, if not a little further back, just so that way everything goes well in the heat treat. But that's going to be then. Now we are going to go into our favorite spot with our favorite guy, Russell. What's up, bud?
It's good.
What are we talking about today?
Today we're talking about the Tajiro Basic line of knives. So we have the entire series now. So we have the Nakiri, the Santoku, and the Gyuto. So these might look similar to the Basic that we've talked about before. This is now the budget that we've talked about. Sorry, these are the Basic. So they refine the handle shape a little bit better to where it's a nicer looking and feeling handle. They added a little length onto the Gyuto. Otherwise, they're largely the same. They're using the same Takafu VG10 cord with an outer super shiny laminate. They have a very similar finish on them, and they're just still great lightweight knives that you can get them if you're testing a shape. You've never had a Nakiri, but don't want to spend a bunch of money on it. Currently they're $50, so all sizes, shapes, they're all $50. Nice simple handle, so it's a partial tang, so you can't see the tang under here, but it's a real wood laminate. So just a great value for what you're getting with a Japanese made knife.
Right on. All right, y'all, we'll wrap it up here and see you tomorrow to wrap up the week. Take it later. Peace. Daniel. See, the order came in.
Good morning. It is Saturday, February 17th, and I will have more sheath making and more hand sanding and edging of things to do. So the big one is looking great. I went ahead and tooled this because the impression in the test piece took really well. So I did that beautiful basket weave, and then even on the belt loop there, looking good. So today I will stitch it and then clean up all the edges and get some edge coat on it, and that one will be done. This one, so this is the standard Hunter. I still need to stitch the belt loop and then fold over and stitch the belt loop, and so I still have a lot of stitching to do on that one. May or may not finish it today depending on how the day goes, but this one will get done and this kydex one will get done. So I'll have at least 2 more everyday carry knives in stock by the end of the day, maybe 3, we'll see. And then if I finish all of that early, I will start on some more kitchen knives because we always need kitchen knives in stock. So that's really my plan for the day. Here's Danny with what he's got going on.
Hey y'all, just to get you caught up with what's going on in my world, my batch is pretty much coming up to the end and ready for heat treat. I've got grinds in about 1/3 of the way, down to about 030, which is where I like to be on the majority of my knives. I've also got the custom that I'm doing. I will clean up some more of that jimping here, but the grinds are both put in. And then I've also got some lightening up of the tang. I've been taking these Gyotos here and cutting them out so that way it lightens them up. I'm very excited for those as well. That's gonna possibly be the majority of my day. And then on to a refurb, rehandle of a kukri, try and get a copper bolster drilled up and fitted for it. Without further ado, we're going to go ahead and go into our favorite place with our favorite guy, Russell. What's up, bud?
It's good.
What are we talking about today?
Today we're talking about another one of the new Kershaw knives. This is the Layup. So this is another Duralock. This is another one that's made in China. This is the first assisted Duralock. So made in D2 steel. It has this textured FRN handle, which I love the feel of this. And I like this little blue plate in the back. It just covers up what you'd see of the internals of the Duralock. Really like that feature, just cleans up. Now it only cleans up the left side of it. So if you're right-handed, you'll have a prettier knife than if you're left-handed. I can talk. Comes with a deep carry pocket clip like all of these have. And just a nice action. A note on this action, this is not a speed safe, so it's not the same mechanism that they have in like the Leak and the Scallion. It is a little bit slower, but it is still effective. It does mean you can't close it one-handed. You have to do something else with it. And you also can't deploy the knife with the axis lock. You've got to use that flipper. So if you're looking for a budget Duralock in the Kershaw lineup, there is the Layup.
Right on. All right, y'all. We'll wrap it up here to give off the weekend and see you next week. We appreciate y'all watching. Make sure you're liking, subscribing, hitting all the good buttons for us. We appreciate the love. We'll see you on the next one. Peace.